There are diseases, for example, cancer.
It is entirely caused by the environment. For example, if they live near a place like a chemical plant, for instance, it releases toxins into the water. When people there drink the water naturally, for example, they get cancer.
That is entirely due to the environment.
But there are other types where too much suffering, too much dissatisfaction within oneself causes the body, the mental environment, the spiritual environment within oneself to be polluted by that suffering, then also get cancer.
But you see, the reasons, the causes of cancer are completely different on both sides, right? Women often get ovarian cancer, breast cancer. Those are the things that...
It could be from emotions, from unresolved issues in emotions, feelings, spirituality. It creates tumors, chronic conditions, cancer. There are such places in the body.
When we talk about it, we understand that some things are entirely environmental. It's not something spiritual.
But there are those things that because of unresolved issues, emotion, the disturbances, the traumas within us in our lives, we just leave them like that, let them be, and eventually they will manifest.
Right, the sufferings. For example, you haven't turned on the mic yet. Are you saying something?
The spiritual environment, the spiritual environment is polluted. It is blocked.
It is blocked. Blocked means not flowing.
Right. When it is blocked, it will push out. It will push out in some way.
Then
it manifests. It pushes out as illnesses, tumors, boils, and then cancer and tumors. What is it called in Eastern medicine? What is it called?
Internal knots. Internal knots.
Internal knot.
Most of it is illness due to instability in spirituality, emotions, and feelings, the unresolved suffering from one life to another or accumulated over many years in this life will eventually lead to illness.
There's an issue that we haven't resolved. It's very tense.
Stress, according to medical science, creates many problems. A body under stress will have many illnesses. Illnesses arise from stress.
Fear and survival livelihood are also very stressful. Stress is a very good environment for diseases to arise. It's simple. A person who has been divorced many times experiences a lot of trauma, right? That is psychological trauma that we don't practice or recognize, and it has such frustrations. That's how it leads to illness. The frustrations inside are very stressful, very intense. The emotions, the anger, the resentment.
The frustrations within oneself, the dissatisfaction within oneself.
Do you feel less pressure when you recognize your problem? It's this part.
That's right.
That's confirmed.
Release immediately.
There, see it myself. That's right. The pressure is released. I see, the problem is mine, not yours. That's the magic of spiritual practice right there. It releases pressure. It reduces it. It lets go of the pressure inside us. When you can say what is frustrating, what is pent up inside you, when you say it out, suddenly it releases, it feels better, releases the pressure.
If it can't escape through that path, it will escape through another path.
By illness.
Through illness.
Whatever it is, it will leak.
I live in a big city. It's very stressful all day long. You hear sirens, ambulance sirens, right? Sirens, emergency, ambulance, wailing, 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 wailing. That's why people go back to their hometowns, go to the beach, right? Living in the city, you hear sirens wailing all day long, right? Emergency here, emergency there.
Hearing that siren sound is really annoying, right? Ah, that wailing is terrible. The central and southern regions probably have that too.
Sometimes I see its image as quite simple, like a tire. When the pressure is high and you don't release the valve, when it goes on a hot road, it will eventually burst.
That's right, definitely.
Reduce the pressure for it.
Meditation is how we resolve those stresses.
Uncle High jokes asking for forgiveness.
Oh, very good. A very good solution.
Huh? Well, I'm just joking. I say sorry, but speaking out is called confessing. Confessing, expressing the frustrations inside oneself.
Confessing is releasing pressure.
Pressure reduced.
Confession is pressure relief, just a pressure relief
Reduce
measure.
pressure. That's right.
If there's any frustration, speak up. Talk to the priest, this and that. Start reducing pressure.
Uncle High jokes, he wears the father's shirt already. Uncle High jokes, he wears the father's shirt already. Speak up. Uncle High jokes like that.
That's right.
The priest is the pressure reducer.
But the father might not necessarily practice, right? The father just needs to apologize. He accumulates all the suffering of beings, of the public. But the group does practice. So speaking out is not a problem. There's no repression. It's not that our problem becomes the group's problem. It's that our problem becomes the group's problem, and the group practices, and it resolves that. Father from the Catholic side, the Christian side may not necessarily practice, right? Probably may not necessarily resolve the things that are shared by the community, right?
Sometimes the pressure from the father is even higher.
That's right. Sometimes the father is under pressure, stress, heartache.
It leaked to the priest, and the priest couldn't relieve it. Instead, he got more tense.